Welcome all for this lecture. The previous lecture we have seen Bode plot for using a particular transfer function. That is, suppose the transfer function is given as Gj omega, then what we have to do is 20 log of Gj omega is equal to 20 log of mod Gj omega, absolute value of Gj omega. So, this is the magnitude plot plus j phi omega, and because we are considering logarithm, here we will get multiplying factor 0.434 in that way. But this is just the scaling factor. So, here what we have seen, this is the magnitude and this is the phase. So, two separate plots we have to draw for the Bode plot. With one example, RC circuit, its time constant we have seen. The main advantage of the Bode plot is that the whole range of frequency, that is large range of frequency, we can observe how the magnitude is varying, how the phase is varying. So, the total frequency range is divided into two regions, lower region and upper region, and both simultaneously we can observe. This is the one advantage of Bode plot. Second advantage of Bode plot we will see now. Suppose the transfer function with number of zeros, number of poles, complex poles, all together if we are considering, all are the multiplicative terms. As we are taking logarithm of that, all multiplicative terms become additive and we can get the Bode plot separately for each term and we can combine it together. So, that we will see in general. Suppose we are considering the transfer function Gj omega with various zeros and the poles, real poles, complex poles, poles at origin, all possible combinations we will see. So, suppose now Gj omega is equal to some gain constant k into 1 plus j omega Tj Ta, that is first pole is here, second pole we are representing 1 plus j omega Tb. So, like that there may be many terms where real zeros are there, similarly complex zeros are there. At the denominator we can consider poles at origin. So, j omega raised to r, that is r poles are at origin, then real poles 1 plus j omega T1 plus 1 plus j omega T2, like that some terms there, as well as we will consider one complex term. So, complex term, what is it? S square plus twice zeta omega n s plus omega n square. So, this omega n, this s we are replacing by j omega, and so what we will get here? We will get here j omega square plus twice zeta omega n j omega plus omega n square. So, what we will get here is, if we divide, and actual term is omega n square upon this, this is where the term. So, how we are representing this? 1 divide all this by omega n square. So, what we will get here? We can represent this term as 1 plus j omega upon omega n square plus j twice zeta omega upon omega n. Check that. So, we are getting the complex term is like this. So, substitute here that term by replacing s by j omega, and so you will get here 1 plus j omega upon omega n bracket square plus j twice zeta omega upon omega n. So, this is the complex pole. Representation of the complex pole in the frequency domain, that is by replacing s by j omega, we can represent it in this way. So, here what we are considering? A general transfer function in the time constant form. So, this we are considering in the time constant form. We have seen already, there are two types of the forms for the transfer function. One is pole 0 form and second is time constant form. For the Bode plot, we are considering time constant form. So, we are representing k is the gain, here 1 0 term, another 0, like that there may be any other terms also. At the denominator j omega raised to r, that is r poles at the origin, then j omega t1, 1 plus j omega t1, 1 plus j omega t2 are the real poles, like that there may be other terms, and one complex term we are considering here, where the complex pole is there. So, where zeros will be there here, if you observe, k is the constant term, that is gain, then zeros. So, two terms are there for the zeros. So, first 0 will be, see what is it, minus 1 upon T A, second is at minus 1 upon T B. Then poles are R poles at origin, then minus 1 upon T1, minus 1 upon T2 are the real poles. And how will you write the complex pole? So, complex pole location, how will you write? See, if you are getting problem with the j omega, you consider in S domain and we can see. So, minus zeta omega n plus minus under root. So, it is the quadratic term. So, what you will get, minus zeta omega n plus minus j omega n under root 1 minus zeta square. So, check it with the known term, that is with the s square term, and check it. So, this is the complex pole. So, these are the real poles and this is the complex pole. So, all possibilities we are considering in this general transfer function. Okay. Now, when we want to consider the Bode plot for this particular transfer function, what we are doing? Take 20 log of the transfer function. So, I think now it is clear that all the terms, constant gain, zeros. So, like that there may be other zeros, poles, R poles at origin, some real poles, one complex pole we are considering. Similarly, we can consider complex 0 at the numerator. Okay. Now, what we are doing here? We are considering to draw the Bode plot, we have to take 20 log of 9. So, 20 log of g j omega is equal to. So, what we will get here, that advantage you can see here. Now, consider numerator, 3 terms are there, you are taking logarithm of that. So, what you will get here is 20 log of k plus 20 log of magnitude of 1 plus j omega T A plus 20 log of magnitude of 1 plus j omega Tb, plus if some terms are there, then these are at the denominator. So, what we will get here, j omega raised to r. So, what is the 20 log of that? How will you write here? J omega raised to r. So, what you will write here? Minus, yes, what you will write here? J omega raised to r. And so, what will be the logarithm for that? Minus 20 r log of omega. For this, minus, see, because it is at the denominator, you will get minus term. If it is at the numerator, you will get plus term. So, for this we will write minus 20 log of absolute value of 1 plus j omega T1 minus 20 log of 1 plus j omega T2. So, like that whatever the terms. Now, the complex term minus. So, what you will get here? See, the term which we are considering 20 log of that we have to consider. So, just now we will write whatever is here as it is, that is 20 log of 1 j omega upon omega n square, that is minus omega upon omega n bracket square plus j 2 zeta omega upon omega n, its absolute value. So, the real term and imaginary term we can represent separately and we can write it in this way. So, absolute value of that we can represent. See the advantage, we are taking logarithm. So, as logarithm is taken, all multiplicative terms become additive. Whatever the terms at the numerator will be additive, all the denominator terms are subtractive. And we will get here the representation of the 20 log of g j omega like this. Now, what is advantage? You can see separately what is the Bode plot for 20 log of k, separately what is the plot for the 20 log of 1 plus j omega T a, and then combine it. So, separately for each term you see what is the plot, Bode plot for that, and then combine it together. That is the main advantage. So, the main thing we will get here. How will you write angle now? Angle g j omega is equal to. So, what we are getting for the angle? For the constant term, angle contribution is 0. For 1 plus j omega T a. So, what is the angle contribution? Tan inverse of omega T a, imaginary part upon real part, plus tan inverse of omega T b. So, whatever are the zeros for that, you will get it like this. So, if other terms are there, you will get it minus j omega raised to r. So, it contributes 90 degrees, okay, and r poles are there. So, minus 90 into r is the angle contribution of the pole which is at origin. So, 90 degrees you can write. Why minus? Because it is at the denominator. Then 1 plus j omega T1 minus tan inverse of omega T1 minus tan inverse of omega 52. If some terms are there, you will get addition of that. And how will you write for the complex term? Minus tan inverse of real imaginary term upon real term. So, what is imaginary term here? Imaginary term is twice zeta omega upon omega n upon what is it here? 1 minus omega upon omega square upon omega n square. So, simplify it. So, how will you get after simplification? This omega n square we will write here. So, we will get here omega n square minus omega square upon omega n square, that will come here, and so you will get omega twice zeta omega n and omega, twice zeta omega n omega upon omega n square minus omega square. So, this is for the magnitude plot, this is for the phase plot. Once again we will see all these are at the numerator. So, we will get 20 log of that is at additive terms. All this is at the denominator. So, all will be subtractive terms, and we can write here the log of 20 log of k plus 20 log of magnitude of 1 plus j omega t a. In that fashion we can write all the things. When we are considering angle, tan inverse of imaginary part upon real part, for the constant angle contribution is 0. So, we will get that 0, and we can write it like this. When the pole is at origin, it contributes 90 degrees, r poles are there. So, r times 90 degrees will be the total contribution. Then we will get for the 1 plus j omega t 1 minus tan inverse, because we will get this term is at the denominator, and because of that we will get like this. For the complex term, imaginary term upon real term, after simplification we can write it like this. Otherwise, just write whatever is the value or initially whatever is given. So, I think it is clear now how we have considered. Now, to consider how to draw the Bode plot, what we have to consider is that separately you see all the terms how to draw it. So, which are the various terms which we are considering? See here, you want first constant k. First you have to consider the constant k. So, this constant k means we have to consider constant gain. First term 20 log of k. So, how to draw it, that we have to consider. Parallelly, we will consider here poles at origin, or next to this we will consider poles at origin. So, what is here? It is 1 upon j omega raised to r. Okay. Next to this we will consider poles at real axis, which already we have seen in the previous lecture, that is 1 upon 1 plus j omega t, that we have seen, again we will see. And then poles zeros at real axis, zeros at real axis, then complex conjugate pole, so which is the term complex conjugate pole, this is the complex conjugate pole. Similarly, we can consider complex conjugate 0, complex conjugate 0, though the term we are not considering here. While considering the Bode plot, we have to consider that. So, together see each and every term is covered. See the constant gain k, then poles at origin j omega raised to r, then poles at real axis 1 plus j omega T A T B in that way are the zeros. Poles are 1 plus j omega T 1, 1 plus j omega T 2. So, poles at real axis, zeros at real axis, complex conjugate pole, complex conjugate 0. So, no other term than this is in the transfer function. So, we should be able to draw first separately for each term and then we will see how to combine it. Okay. So, one by one we will try to find out it. Okay. So, first consider constant gain k. So, for the constant gain k, see what we are considering here is that the g j omega is k, only the term. Then what you will get? 20 log of g j omega is equal to 20 log of k. Okay. So, in the Bode plot, how will you get this value? See that in the Bode plot, what we are considering, x axis is the omega, which is we are considering on the logarithmic scale, and y axis is real values, that is the semi log paper we are using. So, this is logarithmic while this is real and this is in the dB. The scale you can represent 10, 20 in that fashion as per the example given, so that you can occupy the whole semi log paper that you can see. So, what we will get here is that 20 log of k, k is constant. What is meaning of that? Log of k is constant, multiply it by 20. So, it is a constant, it is not dependent upon omega. So, how will you draw that plot? See, whatever may be the value, just arbitrarily I am drawing, you will get a straight line which has the value 20 log of k. So, whatever is in dB, that line we are drawing here. So, 20 log of k is a straight line parallel to x axis, because it is not dependent upon omega. K is constant, log of k is constant, 20 log of k is constant. So, you will get a straight line parallel to x axis. Okay. Next, consider 1 upon j omega raised to r. Is it clear? Okay. What about angle of this constant term? G j omega, contribution is nil. Angle contribution for a constant term is nil, and so there is no angle. So, only magnitude plot you will get a constant line. So, the first part, constant gain k, is over. Now, consider poles at origin j omega raised to r. Okay. So, first we will consider single pole and then we will consider r poles at origin. So, if single pole I am considering at origin, what is your function? G j omega will be 1 upon j omega, 1 upon j omega. So, what is 20 log of g j omega? What is the value of 20 log of g j omega? So, how will you write it? it is 20 log of omega. See how you are considering magnitude of this. One more step if you want, I will write magnitude of 1 upon j omega. So, what is magnitude of 1 upon j omega? How will you write? You will get under root 1 plus omega square. So, here there is no 1. So, omega square and you will get it omega and it is at the denominator. So, you will get minus 20 log of omega. If you want one more step, you can represent here, if you want one more step, 20 log of magnitude of 1 plus j omega is 1 upon omega. And so, you will get here minus 20 log of omega. See, I want magnitude of gj omega. So, magnitude of j omega and we can write it like this, minus 20 log of omega. So, how will you draw this now? Magnitude plot, and what is angle? Angle gj omega will be, say only single pole at origin. So, it is minus 90 degrees. Now, we want to draw it on the body plot. So, this is omega. So, I will not write every time this is logarithmic scale, because you know very well you have to use the semi-log paper. Omega is on the logarithmic scale and real scale is for the magnitude. So, 0.1, 1, 10, because it is logarithmic, we can write the frequencies in this way. Okay. On y axis it is in dB. So, consider 10, 20, 30, minus 10, minus 20, minus 30. See, the line required is minus 20 log of omega. So, how will you draw here? We will consider the change in omega is 1 decade. So, if it is 1 decade, meaning is omega 1 is 1, omega 2 is 10. So, that is 1 decade. How much change you will get? Log of omega is 1, log of 10 is 1 and this is minus 20. So, minus 20 dB per decade is the slope of the line. See here, if you are considering omega 2 is 10, omega 1 is 1, the difference or the ratio we will get is 10. So, this is 1 and minus 20, meaning is that with the slope of minus 20 dB per decade, line will pass at omega is equal to 1. So, consider the frequency as 1, the line required is with minus 20 dB per decade. So, in the last lecture we have seen how to draw the line with minus 20 dB per decade. What we have seen? Within 1 decade change is minus 20 dB, and here when I am considering omega is 1, what should be the value, magnitude value? It is 0. So, at 1 the magnitude value is 0. If I am considering, see when the omega is 1, we will get magnitude is 0. When omega is 10, what you will get? Minus 20 log of 10. So, it is minus 20, that is at 10 it is minus 20. Okay. So, draw a line with minus 20 dB per decade, or you connect these 2 points and then you will get the line. So, if I draw here a line passing through 1, because at 1 it is 0 dB, that you can observe here, when omega is 1, log of 1 is 0. So, minus 20 into 0 is 0. So, at 1 it is 0. If I am considering omega is 10, I will get this value is 1. So, it is minus 20, and so connect these two lines. So, a straight line you will get with the slope of. So, what is the slope of this line? Minus 20 dB per decade. So, in general you can consider when one pole is at origin, the line with minus 20 per decade passing through 1 you have to draw. At 1 it is 0 dB, okay? And so you will get it like this. Now, what is angle? Angle is minus 90 degree. So, if I am considering angle, this is 0, this is minus 45, this is minus 90, then it is constant minus 90 degree, and so you will get here. Sorry, we will for the Bode plot I will use the red pen, and black is to represent the scale. So, minus 90 constant. So, this is the plot, Bode plot for the one pole at origin. Consider now two poles at origin. So, now I think you can do it. So, just see that. Suppose now it is j omega raised to 2, two poles are at origin. What will happen now? Angle is minus 90 degrees into 2, that is you will get minus 180 degrees. That is due to one pole at origin you will get angle contribution minus 90 degrees. Due to another pole at origin you will get additional minus 90 degrees. So, what is total? Minus 90 plus minus 90, that is minus 180 degrees. So, angle contribution is minus 180 degrees. Now, we will see magnitude plot j omega raised to 2. So, magnitude of j omega raised to 2, j omega raised to 2. So, what you will get here? Omega square. Okay. Then if it is omega square, what you will get here? It will be minus 40 log of omega. Meaning is that, again you can see here that when I am considering omega is 1, log of 1 is 0. So, the line will pass through 1 when it is 0 dB. Consider omega is equal to 10. What will happen that time? Log of 10 is 1, and that time you will get now minus 40. Meaning is that if I am considering here the scale, this is minus 30, this is minus 40, then at 10 the magnitude is minus 40 dB. So, how you have to draw here? Here also you consider plus 40, and you will get a line passing through 1, okay. So, like a straight line passing through this. So, what is slope of this? Within one decade change is minus 40 dB. So, within one decade change is minus 40 dB. So, slope of this line is minus 40 dB per decade. Is it okay? So, now you generalize it. So, how will you generalize it? I think it is clear, very much clear, no problem in that. This is to minus 90 due to one pole at origin. So, you have to draw the angle also. So, if this is minus 90, then this is minus 180, and so the phase plot will be constant at minus 180. So, this is for 1 upon j omega, this is for 1 upon j omega raised to 2. Minus 90 and here minus 180, that is because of 2 you will get contribution is 2 times 90 degrees. Okay. So, when one pole is at origin, line passing through 1, that is at 1 it is 0, you draw a line with minus 20 dB per decade. When the two poles are at origin, draw a line passing through 1 with minus 40 dB per decade. Generalize it. Suppose R poles are at origin. So, what you will get now? If R poles are at origin, means we can write here j omega raised to R, then angle contribution will be R times 90 degrees. So, how many poles are there? Each pole will contribute minus 90 degree, and so minus 90 degree into R. Here what we will get? Here we can see 20 into 2 we are getting. So, here we will write j omega raised to R, generalize it. So, you will get here omega raised to R, here we will get omega raised to R, meaning is that here we will get minus 20 times R log of omega. So, in general we can write it like this. See that whether it is clear. 1 upon, so poles at origin 1 upon j omega raised to R will contribute magnitude as minus 20 R log of omega and angle as minus 90 degrees into R. Okay. So, we have seen poles at origin, R poles at origin, and first two we have seen. Now, we will see how to combine it. Okay. So, I will rub this, we will see now, because you know now separately how to draw it, just we have to combine it. So, combine it. Consider now, again we will see first only one pole is at origin and k is at the numerator, that is these two we are considering together. So, what is the transfer function? K upon j omega. So, this we will see how to combine. Okay. So, because of k in for the magnitude plot, log of gj omega gives you 20 log of k plus this term, this is at the denominator. So, you will get minus 20 log of omega, 20 log of k minus 20 log of omega. Okay. So, these two terms together we have to consider while drawing the body plot, magnitude plot. So, how will you get the magnitude plot? So, again we will try to represent. This is omega 0.1, 1, 10, 100. In that way you will get logarithmic scale. Here you will get in dB 10, 20, 30, 40, minus 10, minus 20, minus 30, minus 40. So, the scale is, this is in dB, this is in the logarithm of frequency. So, omega. First is 20 log of k. So, suppose whatever may be the value of k, accordingly you will get some constant term that we have seen, constant gain k, then you will get a straight line parallel to x axis. Whatever is the value of k, take log of that, multiply it by 20, and so you will get a parallel line. So, I will draw first the dotted line because we have to combine both. Okay. So, this is for the 20 log of k. Now, minus 20 log of omega. So, just now we have seen if one pole is at origin, you have to draw a line with passing through 1 with minus 20 dB per decade. So, minus 20 dB per decade, that is here 20, here it is 1. So, within 1 decade change is minus 20. So, draw a line passing through 1 on x axis. So, this is the plot for minus 20 log of omega, and what is the slope of this line? Minus 20 dB per decade. Now, combine this together. So, combine this together means what we will get? If I am considering point 1, okay, I will get contribution due to 1 upon j omega is this, and contribution due to 20 log of k is this. So, this plus this you will get. So, what you have just arbitrarily add this together. So, suppose this is 18, then you will get somewhere here 38 this point. This plus this, contribution due to 20 log of k is this, contribution due to 20 log of omega is this. Okay. Then at 1, what will be the value? Actually it is 0 dB. So, contribution is 0. So, only 20 log of k will be the value. So, at 1 the value will be 20 log of k. So, what you have to do? Draw a parallel line. With parallel lines means what I want to say, that slope of the line is minus 20 dB per decade. So, meaning is draw a parallel line. So, at 1 it is 20 log of k. Why? Because it is 0. If this is 0, you will get 20 log of k. So, this is 20 log of k term. So, one point you got here, one point you got here, and then you connect these two. So, draw properly. So, the slope of this line is minus 20 dB per decade. So, if the slope is same, you can draw a parallel line. Only which point you have to consider? At 1 it is 20 log of k, and then draw a line. So, this is the combination of 20 log of k minus 20 log of omega. So, advantage of the Bode plot is this, that separate terms you can combine it together. So, separately if you know how to draw, then combine it together and you will get the plot is like this. Is it clear? Now, consider j omega square term. Suppose what is the angle? Angle contribution due to k is 0, and that is why if I am representing here the angle, this is 0, this is minus 45, this is minus 90. Angle contribution of the k is 0, so it is just minus 90 degrees. So, for the angle g j omega, you will get minus 90 degrees. No contribution because of k. Now, consider j omega raised to r, that is consider first 2 to understand it properly. So, what you will get here? 20 log of k minus 20 into 2 log of omega, that is 40 log of omega. So, what is meaning of this? You will get here 20 log of k line will be fixed, 20 log of k line will be fixed. So, here only I will try to draw. Okay. So, here only I will try to draw. At 1 it is 0 dB and it is 20 into 2, that is 40. So, 40 dB per decade line you have to draw. So, one point is at 40, one is at 0, within one decade change is minus 40 dB. Draw a line. Okay. So, the slope of this line is minus 40 dB per decade. This is minus 40 dB per decade. Now, combine these together. So, what we will get now? This is because of 20 log of k, this is because of minus 20 into 2, that is 40 log of omega or j omega raised to 2. So, add these together. So, one point you may get somewhere here, and at 1 it is again 20 log of k. So, draw a parallel line, okay, and the slope of the line is now minus 40 dB per decade. So, if r poles are at origin, what you will get? Minus 20 into r dB per decade is the slope of the line. It will pass at 20 log of k, or at 1 it is 20 log of k. So, one point and slope of the line if you have, you can draw a line. Okay. So, combine this together. What will be the angle in that case? If j omega raised to r you are considering 90 into r, that is 90 into 2. So, you will get minus 180 degrees. So, angle will be, this is minus 180, and so you will get the line at minus 180 degrees. So, this is your angle plot, and this is your magnitude plot. Slope of the line is minus 40 dB per decade. I think it is clear how to combine it. Initially you can draw line of 20 log of k and as well as minus 20 dB per decade line, combine it together. Otherwise, what you can do, at 1 20 log of k, so one point you got, and slope is minus 20 dB per decade. So, together you can draw the line. So, how to combine it, that you can observe here. Okay. So, the first 2 points we have seen it in detail. Then the third point already we have seen in previous lecture, 1 plus j omega t. Okay. Just we will do it, I will repeat it first. Okay. So, the third thing which we are considering is poles at real axis. So, what will be the g j omega at that time? 1 upon 1 plus j omega t, or consider t 1. Yesterday we have seen it. Similarly, you can consider what is corner frequency. Last time we have seen, you have to consider omega t 1 is far greater than 1, that is upper frequency range, or in other words you can write omega is far greater than 1 upon t 1. So, this is upper frequency range, and lower frequency range you have to consider as omega t 1 is far less than 1, or omega is far less than 1 upon t 1. So, anything you can. So, 1 upon t 1 is the corner frequency. So, what we have seen here, suppose the term is like this. How will you write here magnitude plot? 20 log of g j omega is equal to, this is at the denominator. So, you will get minus 20 log of magnitude of 1 plus j omega t1. Simplify it. So, what you will get? Minus 20 log of. So, what is the magnitude? Real part square plus imaginary part square, and it is under root. So, you will get under root 1 plus omega t1 square. The same we can write minus 20 log of 1 plus omega t1 square raised to half. So, what you will get here? Minus 10 log of 1 plus omega square t1 square. Consider first omega t1 is far less than 1. So, omegas, so consider here first this case, that is omega t1, or just write omega, lower frequency range we are considering, that is omega is less than 1 upon t1. So, when omega is far less than 1 upon t1, this term will vanish and you will get minus 10 log of 1. So, what is it? 0 dB. Log of 1 is 0. So, you will get 0 dB. When omega is far greater than 1 by t1, what you will get here? Minus 10, okay, I will write first here, minus 10 log of 1 plus omega square t1 square, but omega is far greater than t1 or omega t1 is far greater than 1. So, what you will get? 1 is negligible and you will get here omega square t1 square. Okay. And so, how will you write this? It is minus 20 log of omega t1. Minus 20 log of omega t1. So, last lecture we have seen it, again I am repeating it. So, this is for the magnitude plot. So, first we will see magnitude plot and then we will see the phase plot. So, how will you draw it? Okay. So, this is x axis is omega, y axis is dB, okay. The scale 0.1, 1, 10 and so on. This is 10, 20, 30 in that way, minus 10, minus 20, minus 30. Suppose 1 upon t1 is somewhere here, 1 upon t1. We are considering first omega is less than 1 upon t1, then we are getting 0 dB. So, this is 0 dB. When omega is greater than 1 upon t1, so suppose it is 10 times greater, then you will get this is 1 and you will get minus 20 dB. So, if I am considering the next point is 10 upon t1, that is omega is 10 times greater, the change is minus 20 dB. Okay. So, at this point it is minus 20 dB. So, this is the line width minus 20 dB per decade. Then there is error at the corner frequency, because we are considering omega is far less than 1 upon t1 or omega is far greater than 1 upon t1. So, at 1 by t there is error. So, last lecture we have seen what is that error also. So, error is calculated as actual value minus the assigned value or assumed value, and so what we got here at corner frequency it is minus 3 dB, 1 octave before, that is 1 upon 2 t1, suppose this is the value, or 2 upon T1, the error is minus 1 dB. So, you got here 3 points, then draw a smooth curve for the magnitude plot. So, how will you get here? A smooth curve you will get by considering these 3 points, and as you are going away from 1 by T, it is 0 dB. As you are going away from to the upper range, it is following this asymptote. So, when straight line is the first part, that is asymptotic plot, you have to draw and then correct it. So, this is the plot for the 1 upon j omega T1. At corner frequency, you have to correct it. So, corrected graph, you will get it like this. So, last lecture we have seen, so I have gone in fast. Next, consider angle. So, how will you find out angle of Gj omega? Angle Gj omega is equal to minus tan inverse of omega T1, minus tan inverse of omega T1. So, consider now the values. Omega is equal to 1 by T1, omega is equal to 1 by T1. So, you will get this 1, tan inverse of 1. So, phi will be 45 degrees, minus 45 degrees. When omega is tending towards 0, tan inverse of 0, so phi will be tending towards 0. When omega is far greater than T1 or tending towards infinity, the angle phi will go towards minus 90 degree. So, how will you draw the phase plot here? So, consider the angles now. This is 0, this is minus 45 and this is 90 degrees. At 1 by T, angle is minus 45. So, I will just represent the point. At 1 by T, angle is minus 45. As we are going, or omega is going towards 0, then what you are getting? Angle is going towards 0. So, at point 1 it is not 0. So, you will not get 0 angle, but some angle here. Actual angle you can calculate by substituting omega as 0.1. Okay? And as you are going away from the 1 by T, angle will be going towards minus 90 degree. It is not minus 90 degree, but it is towards minus 90 degree. And 3 points you got it, but these points, or you do not have to draw a straight line because the function is tan inverse. And so, how will you get your phase plot? Phase plot will be like this. So, it is parallel to 90 degree, see that particularly you observe. This is parallel to 90 degree, it is not touching to the 90 degrees line. As it is going towards infinity, it will touch to the minus 90 degrees. So, this last time we have seen in the last lecture. So, what we are considering is poles at origin, poles at the real axis. If we are considering, we will get corner frequency is 1 by T1. So, at 1 by T1, you represent that point. Before it, it is 0 dB, after it, it is minus 20 dB per decade, that is asymptotic plot. You correct it by adding error. So, here minus 3 dB, minus 1 dB. So, 3 points you got it, draw a smooth curve. So, this is for the 1 upon j omega T1. Angle you will get for the theta phi is 0, minus 45, minus 90, it is going towards, it is not 0 and minus 90, and so you have to draw the phase plot like this. So, this is we have seen for the polar plots, okay, that is real axis. Now, we will see zeros at real axis. So, what will be the change? Can you imagine now what will be the change for the zeros at real axis? See, instead of 1 upon 1 plus j omega t term at the denominator, it is at the numerator. So, the pole, real pole we have seen. Now, zeros at real axis. So, how will you write this term? 1 plus j omega t. So, consider T A, the same thing. How will you write its angle? Angle will be plus, because it is at the numerator. So, plus tan inverse of omega T A. Now, what is the 20 log of g j omega? Only the term is at the numerator. So, the changes you will get accordingly. 20 log of magnitude of 1 plus j omega T A. So, what you will get here? 20 log of 1 plus omega T A square, all this under root. So, under root term we will get here 10 log of 1 plus omega square T A square. This is plus, when it is pole it is minus. So, again consider omega is far less than 1 upon T A. So, when it is far less than 1 upon T A or omega T A is far less than 1, this is negligible term, you will get log of 1. So, it is 0 dB. When we are considering omega is far greater than 1 upon T A, what you will get here? 10 log of omega square T A square, because that time 1 is negligible, meaning is you will get 20 log of omega T A. See the difference, here you are getting plus 20 log of omega T A. Okay. So, if you plot it, how will you get the plot? That we will try to draw. Okay. So, omega 0.1, 1, 10. So, I think instead of here, I will write here when omega is far less than 1 upon T A, and this is when omega is far greater than 1 upon T A. Okay. So, consider the corner frequency. One upon T A, till 1 upon T A it is 0 dB, and after it is 20. So, when you are considering this is 10 times, log of 10 is 1. So, you will get plus 20. So, if I am considering 10 times of that, okay. So, 10 by, suppose this point is 10 upon T A, then I will get here 10, 20. So, it is in dB. So, at 10 upon T A it is 20 dB, and the line you will get with plus 20 dB per decade. So, the slope of this line is plus 20 dB per decade. The change only you can see, instead of the denominator term, now it is at the numerator. So, you will get instead of minus 20 dB per decade, it will be plus 20 dB per decade. How will you correct it? Same things you will get, instead of minus 3 dB at 1 by T you will get plus 3 dB error, at 1 upon 2 T A, at 1 upon 2 T A you, and at 2 upon T A, that is 1 octave before and 1 octave after that, you will get plus 1 dB. Then draw a smooth curve. 3 points you got it. So, draw a smooth curve. Then connect it with the 0 dB line. So, this is the plot, magnitude plot for 1 plus j omega t a. So, same thing we are doing, only the term is at the numerator. So, you will get plus. What will be the angle? Angle is, when we are considering omega is tending towards 0, phi will tend towards 0. When omega is 1 by t, T A, angle will be plus 45 degrees. As omega is tending towards infinity, angle will tend towards plus 90 degrees. So, what you will get if I am representing the scale now, this is plus 45 degrees, this is 0, this is plus 90 degrees. Then how will you draw the phase plot? At 1 by t, it is 45. Okay. And as it is going towards infinity, it is 90 and otherwise 0. So, how will you get it? The similar plot, tan inverse function and parallel to the 90 degrees. So, this is the plot for the magnitude. This is phase plot, this is the magnitude plot. So, same thing, only the term is at the numerator and denominator. So, what we have seen? We have seen here poles at real axis as well as zeros at real axis. So, these points we have seen, and this is very important. We have seen how to combine the separate plots, consider first separate plot and then combine it together. Okay. So, we will stop here.